Have you ever felt like you had a burning desire deep inside, something that felt just impossible to achieve? Maybe it's a dream job, a personal transformation, or a goal that seems light years away. It's easy to look at those ambitions and think, that's just not realistic for me. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking even the most seemingly impossible dreams isn't some external magic trick, but a powerful force already dwelling within you? In this video, we're going to dive deep into how you can tap into that incredible internal power, drawing inspiration from timeless principles often associated with success and human potential, much like those popularized by figures such as Carnegie. We'll explore the simple yet profound shifts in mindset and action that can turn distant fantasies into your tangible reality. This isn't just about positive thinking, it's a practical guide to rewiring your approach to challenges and opportunities. So if you're ready to stop letting doubt hold you back and start actively building the life you truly desire, the one where the impossible becomes possible, then stick around. You won't want to miss a single piece of advice we share, especially the insights towards the end that tie it all together. Before we jump in, please take a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more content designed to help you thrive. The awakening of inner strength. Within you lies an inexhaustible reserve of power, ready to be unleashed. Believing in your own ability is not an act of vanity, but a recognition of the inherent power you possess. Every constructive thought, every conscious choice, and every bold step you take propels you inexorably toward the life you envision. It is the strength of your inner conviction that builds the foundation upon which any external victory is built, especially when facing what seems like a pipe dream. This power, though invisible to the naked eye, is palpable in its effects. It manifests itself when you decide to get up after a fall, when you persevere despite difficulties, and when you choose to see possibilities where others see only limits. Awakening it involves a conscious act of recognizing its existence and nurturing it daily through self-confidence and determination. It is not something that is received from outside. It is something that is discovered and activated from within. This inner strength is often quiet, subtle, and not announced with fanfare. It is found in the quiet resolve to try again, the inner, the voice that whispers you can when external voices shout you can't, and the steady hand that guides your efforts, even when results are slow to appear. Tapping into it requires introspection and a willingness to listen to that deeper part of yourself, the part that knows your true capabilities. Often this force remains dormant, overshadowed by the doubts we sow or the fear we allow to take root. However, it is always available, waiting for you to direct your attention toward it. By practicing self-observation and consciously choosing thoughts and actions that empower you, you begin to feel that inner energy flowing more intensely. It is a gradual process, but every little effort strengthens this spiritual muscle. Consider moments in your past when you faced adversity and found a way through. That resilience, that determination, was your inner strength in action. By reflecting on these moments and acknowledging them, you reinforce the belief that this power exists within you and is accessible whenever you choose to engage it. It is like remembering a forgotten skill. The more you acknowledge and practice it, the stronger and more readily available it becomes. Understanding that you possess this unlimited potential transforms your perspective on challenges. You no longer see them as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities to test and strengthen that inner strength. Belief in yourself becomes the spark that ignites this power, and decisive action is the fuel that keeps it burning, guiding you toward the realization of your desires, no matter how bold they may seem at first. This internal power is the engine of transformation. It's what allows you to push past perceived limitations and redefine what is possible for you. It is not a finite resource. Rather, the more you use it, the more it grows. Every time you act from a place of inner conviction, you not only move closer to your goal, but also fortify the very foundation of your self-belief. This creates a powerful feedback loop where belief fuels action and successful action reinforces belief, making subsequent challenges seem less daunting. Mindset as a starting point. The true feat of accomplishing the impossible begins in the mental realm. Before conquering any external goal, it is essential to prevail in the internal battles. Against doubt and fear, your perspective and beliefs act as lenses that filter reality. If you hold the firm belief that you can achieve what you desire, even if it seems unlikely, you direct the vast capacity of your mind toward that achievement, proving that with the right direction, the human mind can work wonders. This mental foundation is not static, it is dynamic and can be consciously shaped. The stories you tell yourself about your abilities, your potential, and the world around you fundamentally determine the actions you take and the results you achieve. If you believe you are limited, you will act within those limitations. If you believe in boundless possibility, you will explore horizons others might not even perceive. Our mind is a powerful conductor, whose symphonies manifest in our life experience. If the score is filled with notes of limitation and self-criticism, the reality we experience will resonate with those vibrations. Conversely, by composing melodies of possibility and confidence, we tune into a universe of unlimited potential. It is a constant inner work to choose which thoughts we allow to direct the symphony of our existence. This composition is written daily, sometimes unconsciously, through the thoughts we entertain and the beliefs we accept. Becoming the conscious conductor of your mental orchestra requires paying attention to the recurring themes and patterns of your thoughts. Are they harmonious and uplifting or discordant and heavy? Recognize that you have the power to change the tune, to introduce new melodies of hope, capability, and optimism. Internal battles are often the most difficult because we are fighting against ourselves, against ingrained beliefs that we have accumulated over the years. Identifying and challenging these limiting beliefs is a crucial step. Ask yourself, what stories am I telling myself that are holding me back? By changing those internal narratives, you begin to alter the way you perceive your abilities and the world around you. These beliefs are often formed in childhood or through past experiences, and they can become so deeply ingrained that we accept them as absolute truths without questioning them. The process of identifying them involves introspection and sometimes confronting uncomfortable truths about why we hold certain views. Once identified, challenge them with evidence to the contrary. Where is the proof that this limiting belief is absolutely true? Often you will find that the evidence is weak or non-existent, built on assumptions or past failures that don't define your future. A growth-oriented mindset does not ignore challenges, but rather approaches them with an attitude of learning and resolve. It is about cultivating mental resilience that allows you to adapt, find solutions, and stay focused on your goal without letting temporary adversities derail you. Your state of mind is the soil in which your achievements grow. Make sure it is fertile and free of weeds. This mindset understands that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. It sees effort not as a sign of inadequacy, but as a path to mastery. When faced with a setback, the growth mindset asks, "What can I learn from this?" rather than concluding, "I'm not good enough." This perspective transforms failures into lessons and challenges into stepping stones, nurturing the fertile ground needed for extraordinary achievements to take root and flourish. Persistence as an indispensable ally. The path to achieving extraordinary desires is rarely linear or straightforward. It is littered with challenges that test our determination. This is where persistence reveals itself not as a mere virtue, but as an essential tool. Staying the course even when circumstances are adverse and discouragement lurks builds character and strengthens the resolve necessary to overcome any obstacle. The ability to get up after every fall is, in itself, a victory that paves the way to what once seemed unattainable. Persistence is the unwavering commitment to your vision, the quiet refusal to surrender in the face of difficulty. It is the understanding that progress is often incremental, built brick by painstaking brick. Persistence is much more than stubbornness. It is a combination of willpower, adaptability, and continuous learning. It involves a willingness to try different approaches when one does not work, to seek help when necessary, and to maintain faith in the ultimate goal despite setbacks. It is understanding that each failure is not a defeat, but a valuable lesson that brings you one step closer to the solution. True persistence is intelligent. It recognizes when a strategy isn't working and is willing to pivot, to seek new information, to learn from mistakes. It's not about blindly hitting your head against a wall, but about finding a way around, over, or through it, using the insights gained from previous attempts. It's the iterative process of trying, failing, learning, and trying again, refining your approach with each cycle. Discouragement is a natural part of the process, especially when the expected results are slow to come or when obstacles seem insurmountable. However, it is precisely in those moments of vulnerability that persistence demonstrates its true power. It is the conscious decision not to give in to the comfort of giving up, to remember why you started, and to find the strength to take one more step, even when you feel like you have no strength left. These moments of doubt are tests. They challenge the depth of your commitment and the strength of your desire. Having strategies to navigate discouragement is key. This might involve reminding yourself of your initial motivation, breaking down the challenge into smaller, more manageable steps, seeking support from others, or simply allowing yourself a moment to feel the frustration before consciously choosing to move forward. Cultivating persistence is a habit that grows stronger with practice. Every time you decide not to give up in the face of difficulty, you strengthen your resilience muscle. Over time, you become better able to handle frustration and uncertainty, developing an inner strength that allows you to face ever greater challenges with renewed confidence. Perseverance is the master key that unlocks doors to achievements that an untrained mind would consider impossible. Each act of persistence, no matter how small, is an investment in your future self, the self who is capable of achieving the extraordinary. It builds a track record of overcoming challenges, creating a powerful internal narrative of capability and resilience. This cumulative effect makes future acts of persistence feel less like a struggle and more like a natural response to difficulty. Think of it as building mental and emotional calluses. The more you face and overcome challenges, the tougher and more resilient you become. Reconfiguring the perception of wealth. Real abundance is not limited to the material. It begins with a rich mindset, cultivated internally. A scarcity mindset traps us in invisible limitations, while a mindset of prosperity and gratitude opens the floodgates to a constant flow of opportunities and solutions. By seeing the world and ourselves through the prism of abundance, we align our energy to attract exactly what we need to turn our desires into realities, even the most ambitious ones. This internal wealth is the true source of power and fulfillment. It's about recognizing and appreciating the richness that already exists in your life, your health, your relationships, your skills, your experiences, the simple beauty of nature, and understanding that this is the foundation upon which all other forms of abundance are built. The scarcity mindset is rooted in the fear of not having enough, which often leads us to compete fiercely and close the door to opportunities out of fear of losing what little we believe we have. This limiting approach creates a cycle of lack, as we focus on what is missing rather than recognizing the potential that exists around us. It is a mental cage that prevents us from seeing the infinite possibilities available to us. This fear can manifest as hoarding resources, being reluctant to share knowledge, or constantly comparing yourself negatively to others. It creates a feeling of being constantly deprived, leading to stress and anxiety. This focus on lack becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, as your energy is directed towards what you don't have, making it difficult to attract what you desire. In contrast, the abundance mindset is rooted in the belief that there is enough for everyone and that the universe is a place of unlimited potential. This perspective fosters generosity, collaboration, and openness to new ideas and experiences. By operating from a place of abundance, we become magnets for opportunities, attracting the resources, people, and circumstances necessary to manifest our desires. It is a radical shift in focus, from lack to fullness. This shift in perspective changes your behavior. When you believe in abundance, you are more willing to give, knowing that giving does not diminish you, but rather creates space for more to flow into your life. You are more likely to collaborate with others, seeing their success not as a threat, but as evidence of the vast opportunities available. This openness attracts positive energy and resources, as you are perceived as a source of positive energy yourself. Cultivating an abundance mindset involves practicing gratitude for what you already have, celebrating successes, your own and others, and maintaining an attitude of positive expectation toward the future. It is about planting seeds of prosperity in the garden of your mind every day, watering them with thoughts of possibility and growth. By doing this, you change your vibrational frequency, tuning into the energy of abundance and allowing it to manifest more and more in your life, transforming your perception of wealth in all aspects. Gratitude is a powerful practice because it immediately shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. Regularly acknowledging the good things in your life, no matter how small, trains your brain to notice and appreciate abundance. Celebrating successes, both yours and others, reinforces the belief that success is possible and available. Maintaining positive expectation, not through naive optimism but through a confident belief in potential, keeps your energy open to receiving the good things the universe has to offer. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's actively shaping your internal state to align with the reality you wish to create. The responsibility of cultivating high thoughts. It is not enough to have a desire. It is crucial to actively nurture unshakable faith in its realization. Every thought we harbor generates an emotional vibration that in turn directly influences our actions. Thoughts of doubt and fear lead to inaction or hesitant actions, while thoughts of confidence and determination drive powerful and decisive actions. Mastering this cycle is essential to consciously directing our energy toward the manifestation of what we desire. This cycle is fundamental to human experience. Our thoughts are not just random occurrences, they are powerful forces that shape our internal landscape and consequently our external reality. Understanding and taking responsibility for your thoughts is the first step in breaking free from negative patterns and intentionally creating your desired future. This unbroken cycle between thought, emotion, and action is the driving force behind our reality. If we allow negative or limiting thoughts to dominate our mind, they will generate low-vibration emotions such as anxiety or hopelessness, which will inevitably translate into hesitant actions, procrastination, or even giving up. It is a vicious cycle that keeps us stuck and far from our goals. Imagine thinking, "I'm not smart enough to do this." This thought likely generates feelings of inadequacy and discouragement. These emotions then lead to avoiding the task, procrastinating, or putting in minimal effort, which reinforces the initial negative thought when the desired result isn't achieved. This creates a self-perpetuating loop of negativity and limited outcomes. However, the good news is that we have the ability to intervene in this cycle. By consciously choosing to focus on constructive and empowering thoughts, we generate high vibration emotions such as enthusiasm, confidence, and gratitude. These emotions propel us to take proactive, decisive actions aligned with our desires, creating a virtuous cycle that progressively brings us closer to manifesting our desired reality. If instead you choose to think, "This is challenging, but I'm capable of learning," this generates feelings of hope and determination. These emotions motivate you to take action, to study, to practice, to seek help. Even if you encounter difficulties, your underlying belief in your capability and the positive emotions it generates will drive you to persevere and find solutions, leading to progress and reinforcing the empowering thought. Cultivating elevated thoughts does not mean ignoring challenges or painting an unrealistic picture. It means consciously choosing how we react to circumstances and where we direct our mental energy. It is a daily practice of self-observation and redirection, deciding which thoughts deserve space in our minds and which ones we should discard. By taking responsibility for our thoughts, we take control of our emotions and ultimately our actions, becoming active creators of our destiny. This practice involves mindfulness, paying attention to your thoughts without judgment. Once you become aware of your thought patterns, you can begin to question and challenge the negative ones, replace them with more empowering and truthful thoughts. This is not about suppressing negativity, but about consciously choosing to focus on thoughts that serve you and align with your goals. It's an active process of mental gardening, weeding out the thoughts that choke your potential and nurturing those that allow your dreams to blossom. Discipline in small daily actions. The fulfillment of desires considered impossible is not usually the result of a single heroic act, but rather the constant accumulation of small, disciplined actions. Consistency in daily effort, even when motivation wanes, is what builds a path to success. Every right choice, every extra effort, every step taken in the right direction silently shapes the reality we wish to manifest. Grand achievements are built on a foundation of consistent, often mundane daily habits. It's the small, deliberate actions repeated over time that compound into significant progress. Don't underestimate the power of doing the little things consistently well. Discipline is not about forced restriction, but about the freedom that comes from aligning our actions with our long-term goals, even when the reward is not immediate. It is the ability to do what you know you should do, regardless of how you feel at any given moment. This conscious self-management is what separates those who dream from those who achieve their dreams. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and their accomplishment. It's the internal compass that guides you towards your desired future. Even when distractions or lack of motivation pull you off course, it's the commitment to showing up for yourself day after day, making the choices that serve your highest aspirations. Great goals are achieved by breaking them down into manageable steps and committing to taking those small steps every day. Consistency in these actions, however insignificant they may seem individually, creates unstoppable momentum. It's like building a building. Each brick laid with precision contributes to the strength and height of the final structure. What you do consistently far outweighs what you do occasionally. If your goal is to write a book, writing 500 words every day is far more effective than trying to write 5,000 words once a month. The consistent effort builds momentum, develops the habit, and ensures steady progress. These small actions, when compounded over time, lead to remarkable results that might seem miraculous from the outside, but are simply the predictable outcome of disciplined effort. Cultivating discipline strengthens your character and increases your self-confidence. Every time you fulfill a commitment to yourself, no matter how small, you reinforce your belief in your ability to keep going and achieve your goals. This self-discipline becomes an internal source of power that propels you through difficult times and keeps you focused on your vision, making the manifestation of your desires a natural consequence of your constant and determined effort. Each act of discipline is a vote for the person you want to become and the life you want to create. As these votes accumulate, your self-image shifts from someone who wishes to achieve their dreams to someone who is actively building them day by day. This internal shift in identity is incredibly powerful and reinforces the cycle of discipline and progress. Visualization as a tool for creation. One of the most powerful techniques for manifesting desires is vivid and emotionally charged visualization. By creating a clear mental image of what we desire as if it were already a reality, we involve our subconscious mind in the creation process. Feeling the emotions associated with the fulfillment of the desire before it manifests externally aligns our energy with that future reality, attracting it to us more effectively. Visualization is not just seeing pictures in your mind. It is a full sensory emotional rehearsal of your desired future. It's about immersing yourself in the experience of having already achieved your goal, engaging all your senses and emotions as if it were happening right now. Visualization transcends simple fantasy. It is an active way of programming your mind for success. By seeing yourself as having already achieved your desire, with all the sensory details, what you see, hear, feel, even smell or taste, you create an internal experience that is as real as the external one. This sensory and emotional intensity communicates a clear message to your subconscious, which begins to work to align your external reality with this internal image. The subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. By repeatedly visualizing your success with intense emotion, you train your subconscious to believe it is possible and to actively seek out opportunities and solutions that align with that internal reality. This priming effect makes you more attuned to possibilities you might otherwise miss. The key to effective visualization lies in emotion. It's not enough to see the image. You must feel the joy, gratitude, and satisfaction of having achieved your desire. This emotional charge is what activates the law of attraction, causing your vibration to rise and tune into the frequency of your fulfilled desire. Emotion is the language the universe understands in order to respond to your intentions. The feeling is the fuel that powers the visualization. When you feel the deep sense of accomplishment, relief, and happiness associated with achieving your goal, you send a powerful signal to the universe and to your own internal system that this is a desired state. This emotional resonance draws to you the people, circumstances, and resources that are in harmony with that feeling. Practicing visualization regularly, ideally daily, reinforces this connection with your desired future. It serves as an anchor that keeps you focused and motivated, especially when you face doubts or setbacks. It's like having an internal map that guides your conscious and unconscious actions toward your destination, making the steps necessary to get there clearer and more accessible, and allowing opportunities to manifest in surprising ways. Consistency in visualization strengthens the neural pathways associated with your desired outcome, making it feel more real and attainable. It also helps to counteract limiting beliefs and negative thoughts by consistently flooding your mind with positive, empowering imagery and emotions. This daily practice is a powerful act of creation, shaping your internal landscape and preparing you to recognize and seize external opportunities. Action, aligned with intention. While mindset and visualization are crucial, action is the unavoidable bridge to materialization. A desire, no matter how strong the belief or visualization, remains in the realm of the abstract without concrete steps. Acting strategically and persistently, aligning every effort with the ultimate goal, is what transforms potential into reality. Every small action, no matter how insignificant it may seem, generates momentum that brings us closer to our boldest dreams. Action is the physical manifestation of your intention. It is the point where your inner world connects with the outer world, translating your thoughts, beliefs, and visualizations into tangible steps that move you forward. Without action, even the most powerful inner work remains dormant potential. Intentional action is not frantic or aimless action. It is conscious, planned action that stems from your clear vision and defined goals. Once you have visualized your desire and cultivated belief in its possibility, the next logical step is to determine what actions are necessary to get there and then execute them with determination. Action converts internal energy into external movement, making things happen. This involves breaking down your large goal into smaller, actionable steps. What is the very next step you need to take today, this week, this month? By focusing on these smaller, manageable actions, the larger goal becomes less daunting and more achievable. Each completed step provides a sense of progress and builds momentum. Persistence in action is just as vital as persistence in mindset. There will be times when you don't see immediate results, when you encounter resistance or when you are assailed by doubts. It is in those moments that it is essential to keep taking action, taking consistent steps, no matter how small. Every action, even a failed attempt, provides you with valuable information and keeps you on track, demonstrating your commitment to your goal. This is where discipline and persistence converge. When motivation wanes, it is your commitment to consistent action that keeps you moving forward. Even small steps taken consistently will eventually lead you to your destination. Don't wait to feel motivated. Take action, and motivation will often follow. Furthermore, taking action even when you feel afraid builds confidence. Every time you overcome inertia and take a step toward your desire, you strengthen your belief in your ability to achieve it. This growing confidence, combined with persistence in action, creates a powerful cycle that attracts new opportunities and resources, causing the path to the fulfillment of your desires, even those that seemed impossible, to unfold before you in unexpected and miraculous ways. Action is the antidote to fear and doubt. By taking action, you gather evidence of your capability and chip away at your limiting beliefs. This builds a positive feedback loop where action fuels confidence and increased confidence fuels further action, creating an upward spiral towards the manifestation of your dreams. Remember, the universe responds to action. When you show commitment, through your efforts, doors begin to open and opportunities that were previously unseen may appear. We have traveled a fascinating path together, discovering that the force capable of materializing what seems impossible is not a distant secret, but a power that resides in the depths of our being. We saw how true transformation begins in the mind, how persistence makes us the architects of our own reality, and how every obstacle is, in essence, an opportunity for growth in disguise. We learned that abundance is cultivated from within, and that discipline in the smallest actions lays the foundation for the greatest achievements. We understood that visualizing with emotion and acting with intention are the bridges that connect our desires with their manifestation in the world. Remember this: the ability to achieve your wildest dreams does not depend on luck or fortuitous external circumstances. It depends to a large extent on how you choose to use the incredible power you already possess. Every thought you choose to cultivate, every emotion you allow yourself to feel, and every action you decide to take brings you closer to or further away from the life you desire. You are the architect, the gardener of your mind, and the captain of your destiny. Now that you know these principles, the challenge and opportunity lie in putting them into practice. Don't wait for the perfect moment or an external signal. Start today with what you have where you are. Cultivate that unshakable belief in yourself, keep your vision clear, persevere in the face of adversity, and take decisive steps every day. You will see how gradually what you once considered impossible begins to take shape in your reality. The power is in your hands, or rather, in your mind and heart. Dare to awaken it and build the extraordinary life you deserve. And if this message resonated with you, we invite you to share it and continue exploring this fascinating journey of unlimited potential together. The first step to manifesting your dreams is to believe they are possible.